Hello, welcome. How we doing? We're in lockdown in Melbourne. POM coming to you with my tips for the week. We got 6 out of 9 last week. We're hitting 6 out of 9 all the time at the moment. I'm quite happy with that. I think that's pretty good, isn't it? I don't know. Is it? I mean, it's 70 odd. It's over 60%, isn't it? I mean, pass. If you are new around here, please like and subscribe. It means the world to me. We're nearly at 300. That is absolutely grouse. I am blown away by the love and support. And let's get straight into it. It's a great 20 days of football. We're through it at the moment, and with lockdown here, it's a real welcome that we can talk about football every night. I'm stoked. Tonight we've got Port versus the Doggies at 7:10 at the Adelaide Oval, and I think this should be a ripper really. You've got Port there absolutely flying. The Doggies, the flatter to deceive. 1 minute the hot, next minute the cold. It's a bit like my cup of tea with my boys at the moment being stuck at home. It starts off hot and by the time I get to drink it, it is stone cold. Real potential solid matchup this. You've got some real good matchups here. I mean, you've got one of my favourite defenders in the comp. You've got Alex Keefe there. You've got McRae, who is just phenomenal, just finding the ball. Bontempelli's been hot and cold. And then on the flip side, you've got the young contingent of Port, Rosie and Dersma. You've got Dixon, who's killing it. You've got Boak, who's just timeless. And for me, the most underrated backman in the comp, Darcy Byrne-Jones. For me, I see this going Port's way. I think Port will win this quite comfortably, 77-68. Back in Port in, I think they're a bit like the Eagles at home at the moment, almost untouchable. Then on Tuesday at 7:10 at the Metricon, we've got Tigers versus the Lions. Now the Tigers are in that kind of mode where you just don't quite know what to do with them. Like 1 minute they look good, then the next minute they look poor. We know they've suffered injuries, but they are struggling. We know that the old stereotype, they don't travel well. The Lions, on the other hand, look really good. For me, Lockie Neal is an absolute stolt for Brownlow. He looks sick at the moment. He looks absolutely schmick. He's killing it everywhere he goes. Cochin came back. They did look a little bit different for Richmond, on the other hand. But for me, I think the Brisbane Lions are going to get this done. I think Brisbane 84, Richmond 64. I think it's going to be quite a statement for Brisbane, and this is really going to get them on the map. Then on the Wednesday, we're at 5:40. We've got Geelong versus North Melbourne. North Melbourne had a real wonderful performance at the weekend. I was really impressed with them. They looked really good. It was a tough game, that, on paper, and I thought, they made a statement dropping Pollock and Brown, and everyone really stepped up. They did look really good. I was really impressed by them. They were probably the most impressive side for me from what I was expecting to what I saw. Superb performance. And Geelong, on the other hand, they just let it slip, didn't they? They looked really good at the start. And it looked like you were odds on that maybe there was going to be a shock against the Eagles, but they just fell away. But I do back them to respond this week. I think they'll have a big game. I'm going to back Geelong in here, 89-67 versus the North. I really do think that Geelong, they very rarely play two bad games, and I think they look seething about that. They look seething. Adelaide versus Melbourne at 8:10 at the Adelaide Oval, and this is a great chance for Nix to record a win here. But that being said, I think Melbourne are just playing some good football. They're starting to... The cogs are there. You can see the writings on the wall. They're not far away. For me, I know the results haven't been good. I know they've been dire, but you can see it click. And for me, it just looks like it needs to click. And I think they'll win. I do. I don't know why I'm trying to convince myself that. I mean, I know the results haven't been good, but you can see that midfield is clicking. And once it clicks with the forward line, I think they'll be all right. I'm going to back Melbourne here, 74-67 against the Crows, against my better judgment. I know the Melbourne have been woeful, but I just have a gut that they're going to click. Don't know why. And then Thursday at 5:40 at the Gabba, we've got Collingwood versus Sydney. Now, this is a big one here for Collingwood because 2 on the bounce now, and it was a pitiful performance. Fremantle were really good, but they had chances to win that, and Freo outplayed them. Sarong just ran riot, and it looks a bit disjointed. It's a bit like Melbourne at the moment. It just looks like it's not clicking. I do back Buckley, though, to get it right. I think 64-54 is about right for me. I think Collingwood will get that job done. And then we've got my wife's team, 8:10 that evening versus Gold Coast. St Kilda, Gold Coast. Now, St Kilda are really impressing me. Rat's got them playing some superb football, and I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing from them. Really enjoying it. For me, I think this is going to be really one-sided. I know Gold Coast have been playing good football, but I just think St Kilda, they're in gear at the moment, man. For me, I think they're the form team in the comp. they're the team that I wouldn't want to play again out of everyone we've played. And 94-58 is what I'm predicting. I think St Kilda will fly away with this, and it'll be a real statement, I think, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really enjoying St Kilda. They're a team that I'm enjoying watching, against my better honesty. And then on the Friday night footy at 7:50, we've got Bombers versus GWS. For me, the GWS, they're starting to play their way into form. They do look very professional. Coggy's starting to find a bit. And that midfield now with Taranto there, Hopper, Kelly, it's fearsome. It really is fearsome. Sam Jacobs is doing a wonderful job as well in the ruck. When you got Cameron up front, even without Toby Green, who's going to be probably down for this game, still look tough to beat. I'm going to back them in 82 versus 61 versus the Scum. I reckon it'll be a big win for GWS. They're my tips, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get 7 out of 7? I think we can. Let me know what your tips are in the comments though. I'd love to know. It means the world to me. I love the interaction. I had some great little emails and some great interactions this week. Stay safe, everyone. Stay indoors. If I don't see you through the week, I'll definitely see you through the window. Pom out.